Welcome to Fayetteville, and whoop, pig suey as the Arkansas Razorbacks are ready to take the field. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. The Razorbacks will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Rebels offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, and you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. Going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
Off the play fake. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He's back to throw on second down. With the catch, it's Williams. Had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And the Rebels will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A low-line drive and not his best work. So Arkansas's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. tackled, but he has a first down.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
They'll try the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Using his legs to buy some time. Zings it complete to the right. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. Let's see what they've got on second down. The give to the back. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. He tries to take the top off. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Now the pitch. He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I know the defense on 3rd and long there was expecting pass, so they played a big zone coverage, but you've still got to do a better job coming downhill and just making a tackle.
Floats it out in space.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Rebels! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. They'll line up to go for 2.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Going to the running game. Running with power. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Razorbacks will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's White. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on second down. They'll run the option. Quick toss. At the 45 on its way. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where third down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have success.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Wide receiver shows motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Pulls and fired complete. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Would have been a makeable 49-yard field goal attempt, but they'd rather try to keep the ball and move it on 4th and short. Now the toss. The expressway is wide open. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
This is an offense that can find multiple ways to get explosive plays, especially when they hand it off to this guy, David.
And it's so nice to have a running game you can depend on, especially when you get the other side of the field, now set up on the 2-yard line.
He's got his man. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Hey, man, it's hard to throw down here in the red zone. These windows are tiny and they close fast. So there was nowhere to go in the end zone there. That time having to check it down. A nice job by the defense rallying and making a tackle.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. It's complete to the left. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 20. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Rebels! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. And a quick shuffle pass underneath.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
He'll bring it out. It's Nick. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Singleton. The throw to the outside is complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Russell. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Sticking with the running game and finding enough space to get 8, it leaves them with a 4th and 2. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's White. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse did look nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can...
Pulls it in on the right. Nothing but green ahead. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. They'll run the option. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And the Razorbacks line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Little touch pass to the receiver. On his feet at the 40. Running toward the tape. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. And the Rebels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to move it through the air. He's got it. Touchdown, Rebels! And the beatdown has ensued. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. On the move. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
36, Arkansas, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Nix. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Second down now after the sack. From the gun to give, looking for room. And the defense was just daring them to throw over the top, and the offense didn't, and they got stuffed. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. That's caught. It's Sampson. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, looking to throw. Working that left side now. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the route is on. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. On the option. He'll toss it. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
44, Arkansas, 7.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Nix. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Line getting set on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off with a defense.
Picks up the first down, still moving. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Touchdown, Rebels! And the pummeling has started.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Looking for the 2-point try. Wide out in motion. They'll go to the air. Coming after it. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
52, Arkansas, 7.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
On the run, it's Russell. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Brown. They get him down after he makes the catch. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here. Blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take the... National rankings. And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. send the offense onto the field. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the single back. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. He's got an open man. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Nice move to keep moving. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And the stomping has commenced. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. He's not going to make it stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further.
Arkansas, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive with a pass. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks,
he lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Pressure coming. The freshman able to get home with the sack. The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Running it back, it's White. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Motion from the offense. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. On the option, the pitch. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Now the toss. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Grab behind the line. It's Hoffman.
you know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And the Rebels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Yeah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
Looking downfield, it's Singleton. A little screen to the running back. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
They'll throw it on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught near the sideline, it's Sampson.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Looking to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sampson. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Get set. Wants to throw on first down. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming in this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on the option. Now the pitch. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Now they're going to throw it. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business.